Hello, this is Cynthia Fick, and this is the April 22nd stock market update. Well, again, the continuing theme here is uncertainty, and we still have it in spades today. We have tariffs. What's going to be the new news on that? What's happening with interest rates? Will we get rid of Jerome Powell? Will this cause inflation? Will we go into a recession? And none of this uncertainty does the stock market or the average investor like. So that's what we're kind of dealing with right now. Last week I said it looked like the market was going to go down and retest the lows, and still wouldn't be surprised if that happens. Investor sentiment, as I said, is some of the lowest we've had in 30 years. Together, some of us have lived through 2000 to 2013, where we had two 50% corrections. Some of you have been around since 2020 and 2022, where we had 35% corrections, and yet we're only down 8% in the S&P 500, and we're the most bearish we've been in 30 years. So it's very interesting right now. And again, I think that's why it's important to have these stock market updates, let you know what we're thinking, kind of rise above and go under the hood and show you what we're watching. Okay, so let's look at some charts. Here's another B of A survey, and they happen to agree with my theory on the long-term secular bull market that we're in. They're saying that in 2025, the S&P 500 has entered about the 12th year or so of a secular bull market. And so right now we're watching to see if it will hold that trend. And this is a trend line that goes back to the 1930s. And if it goes the way it has gone in the past, this could continue on. Doesn't mean every stock will do well. Doesn't mean we're not going to have pullbacks, but in general, the trend is up. So to hold this pattern, to stay in this secular bull market, the point to watch is the 4,557 level on the S&P 500. So that's what we're watching right now. Okay. I wouldn't be surprised if we go down and retest lows around 4,800, and then hopefully plan to bounce off those levels. One thing I think we have going for us is that although President Trump says he doesn't necessarily, watch what's going on in the stock market, I don't think he wants to have a big pullback in the stock market either that brought us into a recession, because at some point here, they'll start worrying about midterm elections. So that's a look at what we're watching in the stock market. The next one is, are we experiencing any inflation? And the answer, and this is what we're going to keep watching and showing you, is that no, we're at a 4-year low on the CPI and the headline CPI right now. So in March of 2025, 2.79% on the core CPI. So no, it does not look at all like inflation has started to spike up. The second thing we're watching is, are we going to a recession? And this is initial jobless claims going back to the 1960s. And you can see the blue periods of time are when we went into recession. You can see when it first started happening, there was a huge spike up in initial jobless claims. And it happened every single time. Here we are in, this is as of April 5th, 2025. And so far, there has been no spike in initial jobless claims. These are the kinds of things we're watching to see if it looks like we're going into recession. So again, we don't have a crystal ball. We have no idea, day to day what the headline news will be, but we continue to be optimistic that we may go down and retest the lows, but it could end up being, over the next few months, a buying opportunity of a lifetime. So we're just asking that everybody be patient. I know it's hard to handle all this, and it's keeping some of you up at night. I would just encourage you again to rise above, see the bigger picture, and put it in perspective of all the downturns we've had in this market. We're nowhere near those. So at some point, we'll make that decision to go in. We're actually starting to come up with a buy list and ready to go, although we'll wait and let any rally we see kind of prove its strength and sustainability. So those are the kind of things we're watching. Hope you have a great rest of your week, and we will talk to you next Tuesday. Bye.